and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Dr. Red Scary's Deadtime Drive-In. Tonight, a very special one going out on Roseville Cable CTV 15. In fact, the first time that Dr. Red Scary's Deadtime Drive-In goes out live.
Dr. Scaredy, we're gonna go extinct.
Thaddeus.
Dr. Scaredy, we're gonna go extinct.
Why are we going extinct, Thaddeus? What does this mean?
We got an extinction notice.
Eviction notice.
Oh, what's that mean?
Well, that means we're getting kicked out of the Deadtime Drive-In. You know, we just finally moved everything in. We've got everything set up properly. The film projectors are connected. We're showing interesting films. We're going out live. I would figure that they'd kill it and evict us from this fine establishment. We better get tonight's feature rolling, and I'll try and get to the bottom of this.
So if this is the real thing, we're gonna get kicked out of the drive-in?
Yes. If it's real, and I think it is, we better start packing. We must start with the most important things, the most valuable things. I think the films themselves. You know, they might be able to take away the drive-in, but they can't take away the spirit of the drive-in, which in fact resides in the films themselves. So Thaddeus, pack those films, and I'll introduce tonight's.
Okay.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are pleased to be presenting Jack Hill's Drive-In Delight, Spider Baby. Tonight, starring Lon Chaney, this is one of the handful of offbeat black and white films, black and white indie horror films produced in the 1960s. Jack Hill would go on to bring us such drive-in stalwarts as Foxy Brown, Coffee, and The Big Doll House, but this is perhaps his most notorious film. Considered by many to be lost for many years, Spider Baby is an incredible example of what can be done with very little money and some great performers. Watch for Mantan Moreland, one of America's first big African-American movie stars and the lead in one of my favorite films, King of the Zombies. But perhaps the most interesting star turn here is by Jack Hill regular Sid Haig. In the role of the mentally decrepit brother Ralph, he truly shines, and though you may be hard-pressed to recognize him here, you might be more familiar with him as Captain Spaulding from the Rob Zombie film House of a Thousand Corpses. So here it is, direct from the scary vaults at the Deadtime Drive-In, part one of Spider Baby.
I'm coming, Aunt Clara. Aunt Martha. I'm coming, Uncle Ned.
To start packing, I found some of those very valuable films you mentioned.
Oh, excellent. Where were they?
They were in a box marked, in case of fire, run back and get these.
Oh, great. Thank you. Oh, look, the Atomic Shock Theater TV pilot. How interesting. It's just like Spider Baby. It was lost for many years. These reels have never seen the light of day. This is from the good old days. You remember Technician Tom, Frankenstein?
Oh, no, you're not going to do what they do in those dumb sitcoms where someone goes, remember when, and the picture gets all wiggly, and then they show a bunch of clips from old shows that you already seen a million times because they're too dumb to figure out anything else.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, and I wouldn't complain. If this is indeed the last night of the drive-in, then we'd better get this stuff to the people before time runs out on this great Deadtime Drive-In.
Yeah, thanks to Mr. Bullblank.
Well, say what you will. Some of this stuff is from the peak of the Atomic Shock experience. Not many people there to originally experience the original lineup dating back to 1999 at the Heights Theater. There's a lot of strange things on these reels. Some of them are from when we hosted Lloyd Kaufman of Troma. Do you remember that? And later we might see one about that band show, Vampire Hookers. Do you remember that one? Yes. We'll maybe take a look at those later.
Fat guy from Texas.
Now, on this reel is the original missing show. This goes back to the, like I say, the days of Technician Tom, Frankenstein Cop, and no one has ever actually seen this reel. Let me see if I can remember what's on it here. I remember we weren't able to shoot everything we wanted. I'll tell you what.
It says incomplete.
That's the one. That's reel one. Why don't you reel that one up and let's take a look at it. I seem to remember that not everything's on it, so I might need to set it up a little bit. So send that up to the tape room and let's get a look at that. As I recall, in the beginning of the opening pilot episode, it was discovered that Thaddeus had ordered away for a mail-order pet. I remember I was standing in front of the camera, much like I'm doing now, addressing the audience directly, typical TV horror host kind of thing. And rather typical, actually. And Thaddeus was running the camera at the time, and right in the middle of the opening, the mailman arrived, and of course he let the camera go, and it hit me right in the head. Okay, make the thing wiggle now, because this is the memory part. Roll episode 1 of the Atomic Shock Theater experience. It's always fun to bring out the old home movies, you know, I think. Get a little retrospective action going, a little reminiscing. Maybe some other R words that you could think of. But those were the days of the Atomic Shock Theater experience. The drive-in, vacuuming, all rather standard activities, actually. I'm going to skip ahead a bit here and tell you a little bit about the rest of our program tonight, which is, of course, after we find our Atomic Shock Theater experience tape, which, you know, Thaddeus is probably up there right now, digging through broken reels. I can see it in my mind's eye. Wrecked film reels spooling out across the floor.
Dr. Scary, the phone is for you.
Oh, yes.
The guy
yes.
about the extinction notice.
The eviction notice, yes. Well, yes, who is it?
Mr. Scary.
That's Dr. Scary.
This is Claude Duval, personal assistant to Mr. E.J. Horseblank III, whose suburban development and retail center will be moving in to the space that is currently occupied by your place of business.
A what?
A suburban development and retail center.
What does that mean exactly?
Mr. Horseblank is a businessman, Mr. Scary.
Oh, that's Dr. Scary.
He is the corporate magnate behind such international mega corporations as Star Blank's Coffee,
Yeah.
Blanco's Copy Store, Burger Blanks,
Yeah.
and Blankbuster Video.
Blankbuster Video. That does it. No corporate video store will be residing in the hallowed grounds of this American drive-in. I want to speak to your superior, Mr. Horsepucky, was it?
That's Horseblank. And you don't have to worry about that, Mr. Scary.
Dr. Scary?
He's on his way to you right now. We'll be at your establishment in a few minutes.
Horseblank is on his way here now. Well, I'd best get back to the program. Get that second, in fact, maybe the first, second, and third reel of that pilot episode up. We need to see that right away. I'm gonna have to make some phone calls, maybe my lawyer,
Okay.
maybe the Russian embassy. See what we can do about this. 1-800-Ruski. Thaddeus?
Yeah?
That wouldn't happen to be reel 1 of the Atomic Shock Theater TV pilot, would it?
I think so.
Okay. We're going to do a little math lesson here. Kids, follow along. How many fingers am I holding up, Thaddeus?
1,
How many fingers am I holding up now?
2,
That's 2. Now notice 1 came before 2. Please go back upstairs and bring up real number immediately. Sorry. No, Horseblank.
Dr. Scary, Dr.
Hang on just a
Scary,
minute.
Dr. Scary, I poured the thing, and then went a pop pop, and then the full, and then the ha, and then the and then the
Yes, it was Horseblank, I think. Yeah, see what you can find out.
Oh,
Yes, I'll hold the line.
sorry, everybody. Dr. Scarity's still on his phone. I think he's talking to his lawyer or maybe the Russian embassy or something. Anyway, back to our show. Spider Biddy, Part 3.
No, Spider Baby, read it. Read it off the list.
Oh.
Hang on.
Here's the intro to Spider Baby, Part 202.
All right, Thaddeus, you ready? I'm going to show you how to do a proper introduction. You just wait right there. Watch how Master handles it. We're back from Spider Baby. A little something about Spider Baby here. This picture was filmed in 12 days under the title Cannibal Orgy, or The Maddest Story Ever Told. and it was re-released as The Liver Eaters. You may also recognize Carol Omart from it.
Don't you mean Carol Kmart?
She was the lady who most famously got scared by a plastic skeleton in the William Castle shocker House on Haunted Hill. What the hell is going on? Who are you?
E.J. Horseblank the Third. This is my assistant, Claude.
Ah! That's a Claude.
Hi there.
Give my card.
Thank you.
Oh, don't I get one?
Oh, sure. No, boy, you get yourself one there. Now, E.J. Horseblank, owner and self-proprietor, Star Blank's Coffee, Blank Buster Video, Bugger Blank, and Blanco Copper Center.
Blankos, yep.
We're trying to do a show, Mr. Horseblank, if in fact Horseblank is your actual name.
Oh, sure, that's my real name. Been my real name since the day I changed it.
I didn't know you changed your name.
Sure, I changed my name.
What was it?
Originally?
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Now, my original name was Horse Dung. My grandpappy changed it.
I can see why.
He was a rancher.
What was his claim to fame? Why was he so rich?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that, boy. I'm glad you asked that, boy. He invented blank paper.
Oh, fine. What can I do for you? Why? Now what?
Not my little joke.
Wait a minute.
Not my little
Horse
joke.
Dung was his actual original name.
No.
Why did he change his name?
Oh, would you buy coffee from Star Dung? Rent a movie from Block Dung?
No. Not Dungbuster either.
Not Dung, but either.
Not Dungbuster.
What about Dungo's Copy
Oh,
Center?
I had to go and sell that, though.
Why did you get rid of the copy?
Oh, I had to get rid of that. God bless. You know.
Well, it's
God will
called,
tell you.
it's called Blanco's Copies. All the copies came out blank. It wasn't working at all.
All right, tragic. So you want to come in here, take over this American
Yeah.
drive-in, this
Yeah.
20th century piece of Americana that you see before
Tear it
you,
down.
Get rid of that right there.
and turn it into a
rid of it.
piece of 21st century pap.
Yeah, that's my goal.
No pap. No pap at all. It's going to be a strip mall.
Look,
Strip mall.
Yep.
Mr. Horseblank, look at your American landscape, Mr. Horseblank. It's as if someone ripped out all the pages of the great American novel and replaced it with page 28. Hundreds of page 28s. Drive through the American community of today and see if you don't experience a strange feeling of deja vu as you pass endless malls with the alphabetical sequence. I think you know it. A is for Applebee's, B is for Blockbuster, C is for corporate coffee, D is for Domino's. Sing along with
Hey,
me.
I'll give you a letter. Letter C. C is for convenience and comfort. These are the things that drive the new American consumer. How far do I have to drive to get to the same store I went to last week?
Exactly. Now, if you don't mind, let's get down to business here. I seem to have misplaced my poof tick.
I think that might be yours there, but
good.
I'll let you get that.
Now, let's go down to business here. Like I was.
I believe you have some sort of forms there.
Yeah, that's just a few forms, government forms. All right. Now, go on ahead now. What I say, what kind of establishment is used for here?
Now listen here, you, Mr. Bull Blank with a...
Them fighting words, boy?
Now, Thaddeus, it's best to just give them what you want. What you want to know is kind of difficult to explain. You want us to tell you what this establishment is used for.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
All right.
Cough up.
Have you ever heard of a horror host?
A whorehouse?
No,
boy,
it's
I
not
thought you fellas were fighters of the pink team with the long hair and all.
Horror host is a television MC who presents a motion picture on TV with some live segments. This dates back to the 50s and 60s in American television. I can't believe you've not heard of it. It also preceded that by the live theatrical shows of the pre-war era. So, yeah, look at all the stuff I know.
Son, you talking cracker slang?
He still doesn't get it, Thaddeus. What should we do?
I don't like this about it right here.
Show him the real.
The
Show
real?
him the real.
Ah, yes. It is a little difficult to explain, so it might be best if I show you something that will shed a little light on the subject. This is a little educational film called What is Atomic Shock Theater? Let's take a look at that right now.
But now, explain this to me again. Exactly what's this property used for?
All right.
Oh, it's a drive-in movie theater. Did you see that big screen over there?
My poof tick again. Slippery
A
on.
drive-in theater, Mr. Horseblank, drive-in theater.
Drive-in movie. You see, you drive through the movie and you pick up the video.
No, that's not. Look, he still doesn't get it.
I think I like your thinking, boy.
No, it's
I
not a
wouldn't do
video
tea on you at
store.
first, but
It's not a video store. Thaddeus, what should we
Show
do?
him another reel.
Show him the other reel.
Now pay attention.
All right.
I'm paying attention.
This here might clear up the confusion for you, Horse
I'm
Blank.
confused.
This is some footage
Drawing
from the
a horse
American
blank.
drive-ins of the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. That's where you are right now.
Oh, yeah.
Along with a
I don't get
heartfelt
it.
plea.
I don't get to the big city much. You know, I don't know, man.
Well, you know, actually, more of them are in the South than in the North. But
yeah.
this is a heartfelt plea to help continue the tradition of the American drive-in theater.
Up to that.
High drive-in in Blaine, Minnesota. A small crowd tonight, Thursday, for Gone in 60 Seconds and Shanghai Noon. Stuff on screen. Snack bar junk.
And from all over the world to entertain you on a giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods. 9 minutes to go to showtime.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
You like our pizza pies, made from a famous Italian recipe. They're waiting for you at the concession stand.
Hot dog.
Hot dog? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The hot dogs at our concession stand do rate an appreciative whistle.
So you drive through?
Still doesn't
I
get
just
it.
don't get
Show
that.
him the
Show him the
reel.
Show him the
reel.
reel. Show him
Show
the
him the reel.
reel.
Show him the reel.
Horse Blank, today is your lucky day.
My lucky day.
It is.
I didn't know
These
that.
lost reels
No, it
that we're about to show you from Atomic Shock Theater in action will put the record straight. What we have here are some live samples. This is what Atomic Shock Theater was. Live shows.
Greetings, people. This is Frankenstein Cup land. Along here with Thaddeus School.
Hello.
And we're here at the beautiful Weissman Art Museum. As you can see here, this Logan's Run looking thing. In the Twin Towns of Terror, this being Minneapolis, in jurisdiction of Frankenstein Cup land, we're here to look out for the monsters that tried to crash this fine Weissman Art Museum party. It's Halloween, you know.
Well, technically, it's only the 28th.
You know, a lot of funny things happen on Halloween. People get dressed up in costumes and they have little get-togethers, parties like this one here at the wonderful Weissman. Isn't that good?
Sure.
And they usually do it on Halloween night, but this being a weekend, Saturday night, they figure they're going to do it Saturday night. Isn't that something?
It's only the 28th.
As I was saying, Thaddeus, tonight, Frankenstein Cop is on patrol here to make sure that Dr. Red Scary's show goes on without a hitch. No monsters, just people enjoying themselves, dressing up like monsters to celebrate Halloween. Good evening to you all. Tonight, we are going to be watching the George Romero classic, Night of the Living Dead. and I cannot think of a better place to see it. For I've heard that there are zombies roaming about the neighborhood, and they may potentially attack us. But I should probably not. What the hell's all that noise? Hey! What are you doing?
Hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thaddeus Gould, the Undead Usher.
Hello. Well, you know how last time we showed the movie and the zombies got out of the movie?
That's correct.
Well, I boarded up all the doors, and I got all my survival gear so we can fight them off. And I brought my can of beans in case we have to stay overnight. And of course, I brought my 9mm so I can pop a cap in his ass if he comes out.
All right. Before we begin the festivities, I'd like to thank No Name Productions for making this possible.
I think that's No Name Gallery.
No Name Gallery Productions. They keep changing their name. Multiplex 5. Can't think of a better way to top off the evening's festivities with Night of the Living Dead. But before we begin, there's some little zombie tips here. I'm not saying that zombies are going to show up tonight, but if they do, I want the people to be informed and ready for any zombie occurrences. Zombie tips. If someone appears to be a zombie, it is best not to... What are you doing?
Oh, keep going. I'm only.
This is Dr.
documenting
Red
it.
Scary,
Thank you, ladies and
gentlemen.
gentlemen. Yes, do keep going. I have to get the camcorder back by midnight. Okay,
All right,
go ahead.
midnight. As I was saying, don't get too close for me with that. If someone appears to be a zombie, it is best not to approach them.
You can always tell a zombie because they pretty much smell like shit.
All right, another nice tip. If zombies are reported to be lurking in your area, stay someplace safe, like your house.
Yeah, like Fort Knox.
Better with you. And finally, if a zombie is trying to eat you, shoot it in the head or burn it. Sounds pretty reasonable.
You can invite him over for SpaghettiOs. You're gonna have to bulldoze over me.
Okay, all right, fine. You talked me into it. I'll go talk to the boss and see what I can do.
Okay, thanks. Read out the rectangle, whatever you are.
That's all right, little boy. Anything I can do to make your Christmas a happy one.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion of the Lost Atomic Shock Theater TV pilot, Episode 1, Splot.
You know, I'm gonna take back some of them things I said about you boys. That little funny here with the little TV and the little puppet and the little thing.
We can stay, yay!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna change my mind. I think I'm gonna do it right now. Erectified. I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna let you guys keep it a little bit, y'all.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yay!
Goody.
What can I say? So,
are you saying that you're willing to tear up the contract and let us stay in the drive-in?
I'm gonna tear it up right now if I had it. Oh, well, it's around here somewhere.
And just because we're funny enough, just because we showed you enough funny material, that you're going to let us stay here.
Hey, if you think that was funny.
Oh, no. It's not gonna get more funny than that.
Oh, no, you gotta see this movie that my friend Little Al and I made. It's coming up right here.
No.
Go ahead, roll that.
Do it.
The Little Al one. I love that one.
Now-
And the big guy
now what-
and the thing.
When exactly did the funny come in? Boy, that just ain't right. Tear it down. Tear it down. You start over here, and you get over here. You start getting, you're just gonna get rid of the whole thing now, boy. That wasn't funny. No. That wasn't funny one bit. Get out of here, boy. Get out of here. I lost my mic. Let's go. Get my-
Thaddeus, you've done it. They're taking the drive-in down. I can't believe it. They're going to blow it up. Damn you, Thaddeus. Damn you all to hell.
And then he went oh, boom, and then the pan of coke, and then the puff, and then the and then the oh yeah, and the oh.